spalted tamarind. So that's the idea of it, is to put that on this piece of wood here, and then put the piece of wood in the back of the Maple Madness. So the CNC machine did a nice job cutting out the skull. I'm going to try to match the radius around here, circle, and then cut out the high edges, and then of course this will go in there. So that's the plan. We'll see if I can make it happen. Alright, so I got it kind of tuned up how I wanted. Got to do a little bit of sanding on it. Not too much. And the idea is to put this in there. And I think that's going to be way better than the dragon. So, anyway, yeah, I'll get to sanding that. We'll get her glued in there real nice and pretty, and go from there. All right, Maple Madness. Now we're talking. Okay, there it is. I think that looks way better, fits the guitar better than the Dragon. So, gonna go with that. Got a little bit of sanding to do. But really, I'm just about at 220. I am at 220 grit on the guitar, and I'll probably use a little 220 right along the edges here. Touch it up a little bit, flip it over, double check everything, and hopefully I'm going to get some lacquer on this guitar body today. That would be nice. So getting ready to put it out in my portable paint booth. Doody-doo. And we'll see how she turns out after I get her done. Right now, let's get some lacquer on this thing. All right, a little bit chilly up here, but put my first couple, 2 or 3 coats on here, and I'm going to do a little 400 grit sanding in a couple of spots, and then I'm going to put some more. Like 3 more coats on, and then wait a day and put 3 more on, etc., etc. So we're going to get about a dozen coats on this thing of lacquer at least. So let's do it. All right, right now the body is done. I'm going to put the neck in, double check the screws, make sure everything fits right. I like to put a little bit of glue in there, not a whole mess of a lot, but just enough to make sure it gets a good seat, plus it has the 4 screws. So that's how I do it. So anyway, let's put the neck on. So Right now I'm getting ready to put the electronics in. I'll do a little test with the amplifier first, make sure I have everything hooked up correctly. And yeah, we'll see if we can get this thing going. All right, got done with the soldering. That went fairly well. And now I'm getting ready to put the electronics controls. I'll be putting the strings in and try to finish this thing up, put the tuners in on the headstock, all that good stuff, and you know, give it a test run. So as far as the pickups and everything, I tested that out and everything's working good that way. So let's put this thing together. All right, next thing I'm going to do is kind of clean the table off a little bit. Actually going to put some wax, some nice polish on the body before I put the strings on and all that. Get it buffed out, the neck, all that good stuff. Then I'll be putting the tuning machines in here, the locking tuners I have. And I also have to put a strap button right here. I got one on the bottom already, and she's looking pretty good. So a few more things. I got to design a pick guard I'm going to put on it, but for right now we'll start with the polish, then we'll get some strings on it, see if we can get it tuned up. Hey guys, here's what's going on with the Maple Madness. The guitar is put together, it's finished, I got it tuned up, played it. Might have to mess around with the strings a little bit on intonation, but right now I made a template for a pick guard. Let's see. So anyway, that's that out of paper. I drew it out on this 1/4 inch piece of, this might be alder here. And so I'm going to try to do a little customizing on this and make a custom pick guard for the guitar I just made for the Maple Madness. Let's do it. Alright, so I got the pick guard started. It's going to have a few slots in it. Still got to get that out of it. Right there, that. A little bit right here. I'm going to take it over to my oscillating spinning sander. Do some sanding on it. Oh yeah, that's right. Still got a little edge right there to do. Probably use a belt sander on that. Alright, let's get her done. All right. Basically, I'm hoping the pick guard's done. I got the holes drilled for the screws. Might have to put another screw there, maybe there, but I think that'll do it. Gonna go upstairs, fit it to the guitar, see if it sits in there right, and hopefully it does. After that, we're gonna sand it up, put some clear coat on it, put it on the guitar. Love it.